Hello everybody, it's Honey Lou. Welcome. So I wanted to come on here to show you how I use astrology oracle as an oracle, as a daily message, like a weekly forecast, how I implement it in my daily life, and how I would interpret the cards. And I love an oracle deck. Like honestly, like it could be hard to get to know at first, but once it clicks, it clicks. But this is the Holistic Astrology Cards by Carnizor. I just got this in. Um, I adore it. So I noticed that I have a first edition, and I know that her newest edition comes with keywords. So have like a Leo with another keyword. But I noticed in the little guidebook here that it has the keywords there. And then also I noticed that this guidebook here is exactly the same as this little guidebook here, but I don't know if the newest edition comes with a little black book anymore. I think that if you do buy the deck without the guidebook, you get an ebook. But I could be wrong, but that's just what I know. But this one has pictures, and that's the only thing that's different about this book and this book. Okay? So, yeah, this deck is gorgeous. I am in love with it. It's very intuitive. I'm always looking for like an astrology soul deck, and yeah, this one is definitely hitting all the spots. I am just loving it. Eventually I need to make myself an astrology deck because I think it wouldn't be that hard, and I have ideas, but this deck is so beautiful. I really, really love it. But anyway, so I pulled out some cards already, and I wanted to talk about them. So I pulled out the third house, the eighth house, the Sun, Gemini, and True Node. So what was kind of interesting was the third house and Gemini were together because the third house is ruled by Gemini and also ruled by Mercury. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury as well. Also, you could think of Gemini as like the lovers. I was noticing this too, that says spirit and that has a fire. But Gemini is an air sign. But the third house has to do with communication. You can see like a parrot there. I'm still kind of like trying to figure out like what the monkey is and the juggler here. But from like just knowing what the third house is about, it's related to siblings, communication, your voice, your thought process. They are the teachers. They're very curious. And they are the magicians of the voice, of their, how they communicate. The magician of words is how you would say that. But it also could be like they're very technical too. So what I was getting with this is 8th house is ruled by Pluto. You see Pluto right there, and it's also ruled by Scorpio. So you see like the snake, and you see the path. And the Sun is ruled by Aries, and also the Sun and itself. And then again, this is Gemini, the lovers. It's an air sign. And then the True Node is the Destiny card. It's your life purpose. So what I am getting strongly with this reading is this is about communication. 8th house is about transformation, rebirth. There's a lot of intensity, a lot of depth in the 8th house, Scorpio. It also is about like intimacy, sexuality. The Scorpios are like the sexy ones. They have like a very sexy, natural way of expressing themselves. But also Scorpio usually has you can think of it as like a cat. Like they have like 9 lives. Or they always transformation. They always have like transformational rebirths, right? And they understand pain. So usually they'll have like a story to tell about what they've went through and how they alchemized and transmuted their pain into purpose. So they could have like had like a rough childhood. They could have had cancer. They could have been addicted to drugs. They would just have some type of story to share. And also, like, I get this as like sharing your story, sharing your truth. And also, like, it's about occult knowledge, like being interested in mysteries of life. And sorry, let me look at this real quick. And also, like, I feel like Scorpio people are they're very intuitive. They're a water sign. But they could easily, they're very intense, but they could also see people's true intentions. But yeah, they're just very intense people. And they have like the stare. You'll know Scorpio by the stare or just the intensity they bring. But the intensity has purpose too. So with this reading as like a whole, I'm getting this as like this is the purpose is to share with communication, share your story about the pain you went through, even like the darkness you've endured, and also kind of helping people out of the darkness with storytelling, with sharing, with the voice. Yeah, that's how I get it with even like the sun itself. And just sharing, like this could even be about like a breakup, like a very painful ending, some type of ending that had purpose and needs to be shared. So that's how I would read with an astrology deck. We could pull another one, but I was reflecting on this one for a while. And we could just go through it. Okay, let's do a collective message. Saturn is restriction. Jupiter is expansion. Another Scorpio card, transformation, rebirth. You see the 2 eagles. And 11th house is Aquarius. We'll do one more. Love it. Okay, south node is about what you need to leave behind. This could be also about like past life. So right now I feel like it's about restriction. So it's about like feeling like you want to expand. So you see this box, but it's like you're ready to break that box and to expand, right? And this is about like leaving something behind. So this is about literally leaving what no longer serves you in order to grow. There's something that's stagnant but wants to break through and break forth. Also, like I would even like Google like what would an eagle mean to me, but they're usually like they have keen vision, they're wise. And then you see the snake of rebirth. So right now I just feel like this is about breaking free from restrictions to expand, to go through rebirth. And also like I would say like this would feel really uncomfortable, right? Like it's like you feel uncomfortable, you feel unsteady, because it's like when you change, it's always uncomfortable at first, and then you adapt to it. And also like finding ways to be very creative about it, because 11th house is it's Aquarius. Aquarius are very creative. They are the water barriers, so also they're an air sign, so they could be like receiving divine wisdom from source, like as above, so below. And also they're about like groups, saving the world. And I would just say like this is about like sharing through groups. And let me actually read a little bit more on the 11th house. I always kind of struggle with Aquarius, so that's 11. So it says vocation. So it says it could take some time. It could take someone a lifetime to understand what his or her vocation is. This is the most significant thing we come to this world for, and when living it, we touch most meaningfully the lives of other people and contribute to them in their life's journey, thereby assisting the evolution of humanity and the world. For any questions asked, this card hints that the subject asked about is connected in some way. So I asked for the collective as well. In some way to our destiny and has purpose higher that meets the eye. The 11th house is a card can be used to examine what our vocation is, or stray new directions, developments, and the progress concerning our vocation. This card can be used to get in touch with the higher purpose of any subject. Meditating upon this card allows connection to our vocation and destiny and helps us to better focus on the higher purpose of life. It can help to open up other points of views about our aims and gives a higher perspective about anything with which we are dealing. I'm also like getting influenced by the other reading as well about expanding and sharing with others and kind of getting out of the stagnant, restricted feelings and leaving what makes us feel really restricted. And also it's kind of like a mind thing too. Like we keep ourselves restricted. And but also I'm kind of thinking of like the tower with like these lightning bolts. Like it's just like a breakthrough that will just happen out of nowhere. And also I'm just getting like to keep your eye on the vision, keep your eye on, like I feel like this person, this 11th house, already knows their purpose, already knows like what they're here to do, but it's like how do they get there, right? So they have to keep walking this and to keep moving and keep finding it. So that's how I would read it. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, let me know if you have any other thoughts about this reading. If you have any ideas of what this could mean, help me out, okay? Okay, that's how I would read an oracle deck. I mean astrology oracle deck as daily guidance, and to think about it. It's very interesting. It's very intriguing to me. So I'll probably be just sitting around thinking about this reading today, and just that's it. Okay. Bye.